Hi everyone. All right, let's continue in our journey here as we're going through the book and continuing for international management. I will say about this textbook is there is a wealth of information. Wow. I mean, this could easily be probably a textbook that you could use for actually a full year of content. So my view on how to look at this book is it's a great reference piece and it has great information in it, but there's no way I could ever teach on 100% of this, especially in an online course. So I hit on major points, as you'll probably see, and especially in the notes section of the lecture slides, when I type a lot and put detailed information, it's probably an area that I will pull a quiz question from, so just to give you an idea. But Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 are some really, really key and really big chapters in the book. They have a lot of information. So don't get overwhelmed. Just think about it in the sense of the context that it's in. So in Chapter 4, it says International SWOT Analysis. Not a real big fan of the title of the chapter. I think it can be confusing to students. What this is about is why do companies internationalize? What are the reasons? The CEO or owner of a company doesn't just wake up one day and say, let's go sell product into China. Let's go sell product into Mexico or Canada or Colombia or wherever it happens to be. Okay, there has to be business reasons why they do it. And the reason is because they have excess supply, say. So we make 1 million cookies for Northwood Cookie Company, and in the United States, based on the last years of performance, we are only able to sell 500,000 of those cookies because of competitive forces or whatever else it may be. So we have an excess supply of 500,000 cookies that we think there's a market that would buy it and people that would buy it in Mexico and in Canada. So that's where we've decided to go. There's also reasons like we can have a cheaper labor force in other countries. We may be able to produce the product, which is very common all around, cheaper in another country. There are many, many reasons. So when you go through each of these in the book, it's going to talk about opportunity reasons, opening up new opening up new markets, higher profit, globalization. And as you go through each of these, it's just talking about what are the reasons. So there's either an opportunity for our company or there's a threat that's coming at us that we need to mitigate that threat. And part of it may be to go international. Maybe all of our competition is going international and we need to then do that as well. Otherwise, we're going to be left behind and we'll never be able to compete with them domestically anymore. So big chapter here, but some great information. Please pay particular attention to the slides in this chapter. And then we get into, let me get to it here, Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is about the 4P marketing strategies for our company. Okay, it says internationalization strategies. What they're going to talk about, what the author is going to talk about in this book is the 4 Ps. So go through each of these and understand how does the complexity change as we go international. It changes big time. You think about a message that we've had, a brand message or image that we've had as a company, and we've just had it in our home country, say for example here in the United States. Now if we're going to take that message and we're going to take it to China and Japan and Canada and Mexico, then that global message should stay the same, but we may have to tailor that message locally. There's a really good example here of McDonald's in the videos that I posted for this week that you really need to start to understand that you have to have global, but you also have to have some local as well. Otherwise, your product isn't going to be tailored enough and those local markets aren't going to buy it if it's not what they want. They won't pay the money for it. So big chapter again, Chapter 5, lots of information, but just think of it in the context of the 4P strategy of marketing. All right, talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.